this is Sanjaya Sharma. I love telling stories, and friends say they have enjoyed listening to them. In Qisse, I share these anecdotes with the wise young Aryan. No wisdom and no advice, but I do look for a smile from you.
You know, I was catching the bus back home and I almost got thrown out because everyone here wants to get in first. But what to do? Being decent won't help here.
Sometimes it can help to be decent. Here, this one. India's first international cricket tour after independence was to Australia in 1947-48. And although I was born 10 years later in 1958, it still galls me that Vijay Merchant and Mushtaq Ali dropped out from that tour. They had done so brilliantly in 1936 when they put on 203 for the opening stand in Manchester, and then at the Oval they put on 81 and 64. And in 1946, in the second test at Manchester, they put on 124 in the opening stand, and in the third test match at the Oval, they put on 94. Anyway, my father had done these brilliant photojournals on the 46 tour and the 47-48 tour. And of course, my great hero was Don Bradman. Although in 47-48, he had tormented us by scoring 715 runs at an average of 143. He never came to India, but I always wanted to go to Australia. From my school days, I was fascinated by Ayers Rock, now called Uluru. And of course, I wanted to go and see the Great Barrier Reef. It so happened that in 2002, we extended our business to Australia and New Zealand. And so I got the opportunity of traveling there. And on the weekend, I made a pilgrimage to Bowral, which was Bradman's hometown. And then we had a meeting in Brisbane, so I went scuba diving in the Great Barrier Reef. It was the experience of a lifetime, a riot of color. And the following year, I got another weekend, so I booked a trip to Alice Springs and booked myself at the famous the Sails in the Desert Hotel to see Uluru. I was told that the best way to appreciate Uluru and the nearby huge rock domes of Katajuta was to take a helicopter ride. So I booked a 40-minute ride for Sunday morning. And in the morning, we were driven to Uluru. As we came close to Uluru, it was this huge red rock massively standing up in the flat surroundings. It was a majestic sight. And we reached there, and there was a helicopter waiting for us with a capacity for 5 passengers. And apart from me, there was a group of European tourists, and I got onto the helicopter and one of them followed me. When the pilot realized that the 5 of us were too big and we would probably exceed the safety requirements of the craft. So he apologetically told us, and I, realizing that the other 4 were a group, I politely stood down and let them get onto the helicopter. For me, it was great to see the helicopter flying up while I was on the ground. And after 45 minutes, the helicopter came back. And now I was the only person going on this particular tour. So the pilot took me up and seated me next to him. And he extended our trip by 5 minutes. And he pointed out lots of remarkable things as we did the ride. Uluru is of course spectacular, but 25 kilometers away we could see the domes of Katajuta, and the tallest dome there, or Mount Olga, is actually 200 meters higher than Uluru. It was a completely spectacular view, and we could see many remarkable angles from the helicopter. Then we came down, I thanked the pilot, and I mused that in being polite to the other group, I had really got a terrific payoff. Sometimes at least, decency pays off.
You know what I'd like to see go viral? Basic human decency. Cody Barlow.
That'll be nice. We'll be back next week with the next episode. Please like and comment below. And if you like a lot, do share.
Also, subscribe to our channel Qisse so that you don't miss out on any Qissa by the OG.
YOE.
What's YOE?
Years of experience.